What is the sociological imagination? The sociological imagination is a way of thinking about the social world around you. It is a term that comes from a sociologist named C. Wright Mills, who wrote a book with that same name. He opens his book by describing people feeling trapped. Mills says, "Nowadays, men often feel that their private lives are a series of traps. They sense that within their everyday worlds, they cannot overcome their troubles, and in this feeling, they are often correct. What ordinary men are directly aware of and what they try to do are bounded by the private orbits in which they live. Their visions and their powers are limited to the close-up scenes of job, family, neighborhood. In other milieux, they move vicariously and remain spectators. And the more aware they become, however vaguely, of the ambitions and of threats which transcend their immediate locales, the more trapped they seem to feel." In other words, people see the problems in their lives and feel like there's no way to change them, especially when the source of those problems comes from somewhere outside of their direct sphere of influence. They feel stuck. They feel trapped. C. Wright Mills says that to understand problems that we see as personal, we need to look beyond ourselves and our immediate surroundings and look at society and history more broadly. This is the sociological imagination, connecting history with society and biography, or understanding how what came before has shaped society and in turn shaped our own individual lives. Think about your own life. You are a university student. The university exists because of historical forces around education, which also profoundly influence society. Nowadays, in order to have a high-paying job, higher education is often a prerequisite. Access to higher education has expanded greatly, though at the same time, in the United States, the cost of a college degree has also risen. These and many other social and historical forces brought you here today to learn about the sociological imagination. It's not just education, however. Every aspect of your life has been influenced by society and history. C. Wright Mills believed that by developing the skill of recognizing these social forces, you will open your mind and begin to see the world in a new way. He says, "By its use, people whose mentalities have swept only a series of limited orbits often come to feel as if suddenly awakened in a house with which they had only supposed themselves to be familiar." The promise of the sociological imagination is great, but it also has some disturbing implications about free will. After all, if our lives are so influenced by society around us, what does that mean about our own choices? Still, C. Wright Mills recognizes this, but also maintains that developing the sociological imagination is worth it. He says about recognizing the power of history and society on biography that, in many ways, it is a terrible lesson, in many ways, a magnificent one.